Good evening, everybody. It's 6:06 p.m. on Tuesday, August 19th, and we are just calling to order the meeting, the special policy committee meeting of this date. And our first order of business is a review of the minutes of August 12th. Oh, I should have said at this moment, Andrea Ackerman and I, Matt Schulman, committee members, are here. The superintendent, Susan Austin, and our pupil services director, I'm sure I've got the title wrong, but the heart is in the right place, Denise Doolittle. Do we have a motion? Have you had a chance to read the minutes of the last meeting?
I did, yep.
Okay, would you care to make a motion?
Um, I moved to,
Accept,
accept the
perhaps,
minutes, accept the minutes.
as presented.
I see, I thought I was gonna second it.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. So Andrea has moved to accept the minutes as submitted, and it's seconded by Matt Schulman. Is there any discussion? Hearing no discussion, I'll ask for vote. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
I,
Aye. The motion to accept the minutes has passed 2-0. And Andrea plus Matt. Okay. We're now moving down to old business, which is discussion of P 6163 therapy dog. I am got this blessed thing out of order, I suppose.
the agenda says, school climate.
School climate only.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm reading the minutes. No wonder. No wonder it wasn't in the packet. Okay. I'll check my brain at the door on the way out. Okay, the old business is policy and regulations 5131.911, school climate policy. My understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that after we sent it to the board for first reading, there was some question about just tweaking the policy itself so there's some reference to bullying, and I think Denise came up with a solution. I'll hand it off to you, Denise, to share where we are.
Sure. Thank you, Matthew. So when we did the first reading before the board of the new climate improvement policy and we shared the regulations, we had feedback from several of the board members that I thought was very pertinent. And because the new school climate improvement policy is an umbrella that also includes bullying, it was suggested that we move the definitions from the regulations to the policy so that if members of the public were to pick up the policy or search for the policy, they would be able to know that the policy also includes our bullying, anti-bullying efforts, and the avenues for pursuing a complaint of bullying. So we have done that. We have taken the definitions. There's I think, let me go through. There's 13 of them. Bullying is obviously included, as is cyberbullying and teen dating violence, which are also considered forms of bullying. And we've moved all 13 definitions to the policy so that it is more front and center in terms of the public. And we have also incorporated some of the grammatical and mechanical changes recommended by Dr. Ackerman. So that is the extent of the changes at this point.
And there's actually 19 of these definitions. Very thorough.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. 19. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to add that, all of my recommendations were things like, were all commas. And I think
plurals.
I'm sorry?
And plurals.
And plurals, yeah, and things like that. There was no substantive change in any way.
Okay. Um, Does anybody have any questions about the policy? I want to be sure we don't go too quickly and lose the chance for conversation if it's needed. Andrea, anything more?
No, I don't think so.
In that case, would you like me to make a motion, Andrea?
No, but I will if you want.
No,
Okay.
would you like me to make a motion?
Yes,
You prefer, okay,
and then
okay.
I can say, you say it and I'll so move it.
Thank you very much. We move that the policy committee recommend to the full board that the board review and adopt policy P 5131.91 as amended following the board's recommendations.
And that's to a second reading, right?
Do a second reading. Thank you, Susan.
Mhm.
So
Oh, you moved it, right? I'm seconding it, right?
that is correct.
Okay,
And I think I just heard you second it. Is that correct?
I did it.
Thank you. Okay, is there any discussion before we vote on this? Hearing no discussion, I will ask all those in favor of approving and recommending the board adoption of policy P 5131.911 for a second reading, please indicate by saying aye.
Okay.
Aye. So that motion has carried by 2-0. I do have two questions now that we've adopted that, Susan.
Okay.
We do have, if my memory is correct, we do have a bullying policy on the books. Does that need to be referred back to this committee for review or rescission?
I
Well,
think this replaces it, right, Denise?
yeah, that's what I was going to say. So the number P 5131.911 is the old bullying policy.
Very good. If you'd be kind enough, in case my memory fails me, point that out to the board so that they understand
Yeah.
that. I think that's
Most
great.
definitely.
The second question I had is, I presume this will be communicated to the school stakeholders. You have any suggestions as to how administration is going to do that?
Well,
We've already planned it.
yeah, we presented it to all of the administrators yesterday, and they were given copies of the forms, the new forms that we're using, that most of the state is using actually. And because this is driven by legislation that was effective July 1. Where I'm also in the process of updating the student handbooks
Wonderful.
with this information. Erica has posted the reporting form of challenging behavior on our website, and we're preparing to share it with teachers during the first faculty meeting in September.
And I think you even designed a PowerPoint slideshow for the principals. I saw you working on that.
Yes, we're going to finish that tomorrow.
So they wanted a consistent format so they'd all be giving the same message.
Excellent. Do you think it would be useful, Susan, to use morning announcements at the middle and the high school for a couple of times? I don't mean 3 times a day for 6 weeks, but at least a couple of times to alert the students that the policy has been amended and they can find reference to it in their handbook.
I will talk to the communication team and the principals about how we can better communicate to our parents about this policy. And I'll talk to the principals about how they're going to be talking to the kids about the policy. They usually do, like at the high school, they do grade level meetings or they go through their CTL classes in small groups to talk about this. And I think Peter has an advisory period that the teachers can talk to them about it. But I'll find out for sure how they want to communicate to the families and kids.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll handle it just fine. I just wanted to be sure from a policy point of view that we put the dots on the i's and cross the t's so that all the stakeholders are up to speed on this one.
Yeah, that's really important. Thank you.
Okay, well, I'm expecting to give me notarized letters so I can certify to that we have a record for the shortest policy meeting on record. And unless there's something else before the board, I'm willing to take a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second the
Wow.
motion,
That's teamwork.
and we
What
are
time is it?
adjourned.
Early dinner
The time
tonight.
now, the
Woo!
time now, Joan, is 6:16. That was 10 minutes. We were 5 minutes.
Wow, that's a
Holy
record.
cow.
Hip, hip, hooray.